So I thought we could do a quick video of how you might do an attention group at home with your children. You'll have seen the teachers do them probably on Google Classroom or in the children's real classroom in normal times. And you'll have seen them probably on Facebook and YouTube. So you've probably got a good idea of what an attention group is, but I thought I'd start by just showing you how to do a stage one and just talking you through it really. So you start off choosing your bucket. Now it doesn't have to be a bucket, it can be anything. So it might be an interesting container that you've got, or a toolbox is also good, or like a bucket like we use, or even a Tupperware box. Like, it really doesn't matter. And you might say what's in the box, or what's in the toolbox, or what's in the bucket, depending on what the most suitable word is for it. And then you choose what to put in your box or your bucket. So we tend to show about 3 to 5 objects in a stage one. If we're just doing stage one, we'd probably go to 5 objects, never more than 5. And then as they get to stage 2 and stage 3, we'd reduce it. We've even just done 1 object if it's like a big and interesting object. All the objects have to be really interesting to watch because the children don't get a go themselves. So they're not actually going to feel it. So lots of sensory toys are great to feel, but they're not necessarily good to watch. So you need to think about toys that are really good to watch. So we've got in our bucket, so Jack-in-the-Boxes are great. These lighty things are great. Hex bugs are really nice because they move in a really interesting way. So you might have the little ones and you might put a few of them on a tray or something, and they make quite a nice sound as well. And we've got a couple of these bigger ones, but they're a bit more pricey. But they move, again, they move in a little bit of a creepy way. It depends whether you like spiders or not. So these wind-up toys are also good. So these, I mean, they're horrible to listen to be honest, but you kind of wind them up and then watch them spin. So they spin and some of them light up as well. So I don't know if you're going to see this actually. I'm limited with spaces to film in my flat. Yeah, you can't really, can you? I'm afraid. So it's spinning, take my word for it. So wind up toys are good as well. So things that flip and turn, and any wind up toys. I don't know why children find them fascinating to watch. And again, anything that spins is good. So these like cheap little spinning tops, and again you can do several at the same time. You can put them on a tray to make it a bit more interesting to watch. So anything that moves. Balloons is good as well, but again, it's not something that they will get to touch. So depending on whether it would get them up out of their chair, because they would be too exciting, you might not want that. So they're the kind of things that we might put in. We start by using the whiteboard, and we just start by drawing the bucket on here. We keep our language really simple. So I would say 1 to 2 words at a time. Take some practice. If you don't have a whiteboard at home, you can use a piece of paper. Just lean it on a book, or laminated sheet of white paper as well would work. Bucket. It's time for bucket. So you'd put that to the side so that they could still see it, and then you'd do the bucket. Now there are different songs that you can sing. I'll do a couple for you now. So I've got something in my bucket, in my bucket, in my bucket. I've got something in my bucket, I wonder what it is. Or what's in the bucket, what's in the bucket, let's see what's in the bucket. They're the 2 main ones I would say, but you can make up your own as well. Like, in a way that keeps it interesting for the children. They're used to our songs, so make up your own. Keep it simple. We sing once at the beginning, and then we show the 3 different objects and we give it a go. So if you've got your Jack-in-a-Box in here, then you'd get it out. And thinking about your facial expressions, be really excited so that they're excited. Wow. Wow. Wind it. Whoa! So you're showing them how to respond almost. And then you go through the 3 different objects. You might do each one a couple of times each. But monitor the children as well. If they're getting bored with one, if they're not interested, then keep it, put it back in the bucket and choose the next one. The expectation is they would be sat away, ideally with someone next to them just supporting them to sit. If they do get up and come to you and come to look at the toy, then just put the toy back in the bucket, direct them to sit back down, and then carry on. Okay, so they get that idea that the toy doesn't come out unless they're sitting. I hope that makes sense. So you do your 3 objects, and then at the end you say, bucket is finished. And then that's the end. And then that's the end for stage 1. If it's useful to have this kind of video, I can do another video for stage 2 and then potentially stage 3. Gina Davis, the one who's come up with the approach, the attention group and attention autism approach, has done lots of videos on YouTube and lots of how-to